Hey, how you doing? It's Chris from Barre Fitness Anytime. You know how I am, so I'm gonna stop saying my name. Anyway, for this workout, bar workout, you're gonna need an exercise band. We haven't done the band in a long time, so I think I wanna use a little bit of band for some butt and some glutes and some hamstrings. You're gonna need a set of weights, make them on the heavy side, so 4 to 6, I've got 5s today. Your yoga mat, and look, no bar. So that's all you need. Okay, let's get started, let's warm up. Crossing the arms over your chest, opening your collarbones, lengthen your neck, pull your knees up, and just start to march in place, lift and lift. Pulling those knees up with your abdominals so you're really tightening through your abs. Lift and lift. And I've started to give the cue recently of, think of pulling your belly button up underneath the rib cage on every exhale. If you can think about that, it's good. Lifting up for 4 and 3 and a 2 and a 1. Reach your arms up, inhale. And exhale, push it down and inhale, lift it up. Exhale, push it down and reaching up. Moving the shoulder blades, exhale, lift up. And exhale, hold it here, lift. And a lift, good, and a lift. Shoulder blades are down that back. 4 more, 3, 2, and a 1. Lift both arms up, reaching forward. Actually, they already were. Bend your knees. And then straighten, tuck the tail, roll all the way up, dropping your shoulder blades as you go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll forward, pulling that core in. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, tuck the tail, and roll all the way up. One more time. Lift, inhaling. Exhale, roll forward, head, neck, chest. Mid back, low back, bend knees. Straighten, tuck the tail, and roll all the way up. Inhale, walk into the back of your mat. Walking out to a plank, exhale, bending forward. Pulling the kneecaps up to the front of the thighs, walking out to a plank. Keeping those knees as straight as you can. Stop those shoulder hands right underneath those shoulders. Puff up between the shoulder blades, soften your elbows, lengthen your neck, hold. Abs in nice and tight, pulling that core in. We're gonna go quickly, lifting the leg right to left. Here we go, lift it right and left and right. Don't move your back. Right, left, don't move your spine. Lift and lift, squeezing those quadriceps. You're keeping your knees really straight. Lift, feel those hamstrings, glutes. Lift, 2 more, last 1. Pike your butt up, come into a down dog. Give yourself a stretch, push into your shoulder blades, sliding them down the back. Push your heels down to the floor, come out to a plank again. Tucking that tail, pulling those ribs in, lengthen the neck. Here we go, right to left, up and up. Second set, lift, lift. Lift, pulling those abs in, tight, and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and a 2. Hold it here, pike that butt up, push those heels down, push into those shoulder blades, and breathe. And now walk yourself back, coming up to standing. Let's do a little arm work first. Roll all the way up, moving your arms, circle your arms up and around, and then up and around. Change the direction. Come back to the front. Really widen your chest here back to the front. Shake it out. Pick up your exercise band. So it should be like, 4 to 6 feet in length of an exercise band. And depending on how heavy your band is, you can make it easier or harder depending on where you grab in the band. Wind the band like that, and you're gonna step on it with both feet. Cross it over so you have the opposite arm in. Keep the wrist neutral, so grab that band just like that. Again, up higher it's gonna be a little bit easier, down lower it's gonna be a little bit harder. Tug that band a little bit, find a nice bicep curl here, and you're just gonna open your elbow. Hug your elbow into your rib cage, open and close, and open. Hug that elbow in. Don't move your arm, don't move your whole arm, because then your pecs and your front delt will get into a little bit more than I want. And this is just about the back of your shoulder. Can you wind your collarbones and send your shoulder blades down your back? Press out, pull in, thumb is up to the ceiling. I'm tired already, press, pull in. It's a very small muscle that we're working, and so it fatigues like crazy really quickly. Press, open, and in. 1 more, press, open, and in. Shake it out. So your shoulder blades should just feel warm. That's all I want, is just warmth. Come up a little bit higher now, a little bit lighter on the band. Thumb is up, push up to the side, soften your elbow. Lift, on the exhale. Slide the shoulder blade down. Lift your belly button up underneath your rib cage, so pull it up. Ooh, pull it up, feeling that top of that shoulder, lift. Exhale, up, lift that belly button, lift it up. Soften your knees, I forgot to do that. Start to feel it in my low back. Lift and up. Good job. Keep going. 4 and 3. Warm up that shoulder. 2 and a 1. And then relax, shake it out, switching sides. So again, flatten that band. So now you know where we're going. You can decide how much you want to work. Neutral wrist, thumb is up to the ceiling. Hug that elbow quite tightly into that rib cage. Twist it open to the side. Rotate open, rotate close. So this workout's going to be about internal and external rotation. So let me talk here. We are externally rotating the shoulder blade. What we're going to do with the legs is internally and externally rotating the legs. Done that many times in other classes, and we're going to really focus on in this class. With the band, the band. Point down there with the band that I have in my hand. Open and close and open. Feeling that shoulder blade. If you feel anything that's in front of the shoulder or, right about in here, lighten up your band. That's not what we want. We don't want to get into the biceps tendon. You want to make sure that you can feel this in your shoulder blade and back of your back, right? Of your back of your arm. So if it's too heavy, that's when other muscles are going to pull in. We don't want that. 4 more. Lift, open. And a 3, and you just want to feel heat. 2, and last one, open. And fatigue, right? So it just gets really tired. Thumb is up to the ceiling again. Soften that elbow. I'm coming up a little bit higher on my band because it's going to be really hard. Soften that elbow, lift it up. Lift, and a lower. Lift, that's too easy. And a lift, soften your knees. And up, out. Okay, it's getting harder. Lift, lower. Don't stop, just make it a little bit easier. Lift, pulling that belly button up underneath that rib cage. Lift it up, lower it down, lift it up, soften your elbow. Lift, drop your shoulder blade down your back. So don't raise your whole shoulder up. Don't move your rib cage at all. Keep everything nice and steady. And so it's burning in the front of that shoulder, top of that delt. Lift, back, I'm even feeling my back because I'm really locking my shoulder blade down my back. It's moving, my shoulder blade's moving, but I'm holding it in place down my back. It's sliding down as I lift my arm up, slides down as I lift up. Oh my goodness, 2 more. And 1 more, and then relax it down. Nice, grab the band, both hands, lift up. You can come as wide as you want to come, and I just want to give your shoulders a little bit of a stretch here. Push backwards and open up. Go as far back as you want to, as far as this feels comfortable. If you can go back farther than me, great, do it. If not, that's okay. This is where I'm staying today. So however you want to stretch those shoulders, stay in here, pull your ribs in, and then bend forward, reaching forward, stretching through that mid-back. Keeping your spine long, your low back, as you bend your upper back. Lift up, pushing out to that band a little bit. Open those collarbones. Stretch through those shoulders. This feels really wonderful. Bend forward. Pull those ribs underneath you as you push back under, behind you. Dropping your shoulders again. Don't raise the shoulders to the ears. Keep them low. And then lift up and let it go. Pick up your heavy weights. Your 5s. Put the band aside. Flip your palms forward. Soften your knees. Bicep curl. Lift. Open your collarbones. Lift. So think about what your shoulder blades are doing while we're working biceps. Yes, I want you to do that. Think about your shoulder blades. Lift. Make this movement of your arms, interestingly enough, come from your mid-back. Lift and lower. Can you do that? Can you bring focus to that mid-back and the shoulder blades? Lift. It's not a rhomboid pinch. I don't want you to think of squeezing the shoulder blades together. I want you to think of stabilizing them so they don't move all over the place, okay? They're stable. They move with control. 2 more. And down, 1 more, and then come down. Flip the palms in, bend your elbows backwards, lean yourself forward, lift your elbows up. Pinch, pinch. Now this is a rhomboid pinch, classic. Lift, lift. I want you to feel those muscles between the shoulder blades right along the spine. Even the lats, feel underneath that armpit area. Both sides, lift, lift. Keep those elbows up as high as you can. Try to bring the weights a little bit more to the hips, up and up. So the weights are not to the shoulders, not up here. They're down more. Lift, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and then come down. Nice. Hold it here for a second. Just stretch it out here. Letting those weights hang heavy. And then come back up. Grab both weights together. Lift up overhead. Woo, shaking out. Oh, yeah. Grabbing those weights behind that head. Hug those elbows together. Soften those knees. Straighten up. Bend back. Straighten up again. What are your shoulder blades doing? Are they raising up to your ears? No, try to keep them down low. lift. So your neck stays long, keeping your rib cage underneath you. Whoa, I almost fell. Keep that rib cage underneath you as you're straightening those elbows. Straighten, bend, straighten and bend backwards behind you. Don't push into those pecs to pull those upper arms forward, just those triceps. Last 3, and a 2, because your shoulders are tired, and a 1, and then come all the way up, push up, and then lower down. Nice work. Take the weights, place them aside. Let's come down to the floor. Good job, everybody. Come down to the floor. Sit back on your knees here. Grab your hands behind your back and open up your chest. Again, we're stretching through the shoulders and the shoulder blades, moving your neck around, releasing through the shoulders and the neck. So we're gonna do some kneeling work. And again, I'm gonna work on that internal external rotation of your thigh. So the movement that we're gonna do, go ahead and grab your band, is coming from your hip, okay? It's not about your foot, it's about your hip. It's not about your knee, it's about your hip. What's it about? Your hip. Take the band, have it flat in front of you like this, stick a foot in it right in the center, make sure it's even, and again, same thing with our upper body. The higher you come up on the band, the less it is. The lower you come on the band, the harder it's gonna be, okay? And also how tall you are. If you have really, really long legs, I'd come up really high on your band because that's gonna be really hard for you. Okay, so pick your poison, okay? Pick where you wanna be. Flex that ankle, make sure that foot is right in that band so we don't lose it when we're working. Flex that ankle, swing the band around, and put your hands, the heels of the hands, right on your band. Okay, hands right underneath your shoulders. Soften your elbows, flexing that foot in that band, push the band back, straighten that knee as much as you can go. Pull that core in, round up your back, flexing that foot out, lift it up. Straight, strong, straight, and parallel leg. So 3 positions of the leg: parallel, laterally rotated, externally rotated. Okay, lateral is turned out, internally rotated is turned in. Very easy to remember, right? This is parallel. Squeezing the glute, pushing up. Notice my foot is not very high at all because this kills. Pushing that leg up, up, pulling that core in, lift, lift, lift. Squeeze that hamstring in the glute. Keep your head lifted. Don't drop your neck down. Don't strain through that neck. Keep it lifted for 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Now just twist that thigh outward, turn out. Now lift up, lift. So your knee is facing outward. Your leg is still straight behind you. It's just turned out. Lift, lift, lift. Keep going, squeezing that outer hip. We're getting to the entire hip joint working here. Lift. So this is outer, right? Lift. Belly is in, try not to twist the ribs. Push down your hips that are up to the ceiling. The leg that's up to the ceiling, that's lifted, blah, blah, blah. I want you to push that side of the hip down. Lift for 4 and 3 and 2. Come back to parallel. Lift it up. Parallel, straight knee, lift it up. This is getting hard. Lift and lift as if it wasn't already. Lift. Long neck. Pull the belly in for 4, 3, 2. Turn in now. Squeeze that inner thigh and lift it up. Lift. So now you're rotating that knee inward. Turn in, lift. Don't move that leg though. It's still straight behind you. It is now just turning in. Squeeze that inner thigh. Still feeling your outer hip. Ooh, and lift. Pull those abs in. And lift. Puff up between those shoulder blades. Don't sink. For 4, for 3, for 2. Come back to parallel. Lift it up. 2, 3, and 4, and a 5, and a 6. This is a little bit of a break. Bend your knee. Pull it in. Kick it back. Pull in. Kick back. Push through the heel. Press. Pull in. Push it back. Pull in. Press it back. And pull. Kick back. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it here. Come out to the diagonal a little bit here. Twist it out. Externally rotate. Lift it up. Lift. Abs in tight. Again, notice my leg is not very high. Lift it up. Keep flexing that foot. Lift. Try not to lean over to the other side. Really lean into that leg that's in the air. For 4, and 3, and 2. Parallel now. Lift it up. Squeeze. Squeeze. Outer hip. Lift. Lift. 2. Internal rotate. Twist it in. Lift. Straight knee. Lift. This is hard. Keep going. 3, 2 and a 1, and come down. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch here. Nice work. So the stretch is mostly for the hands and the shoulders, right? It's for the hip too. So bend that knee in and just push back into the hip and just give yourself a stretch. At the same time, you're stretching out your wrists and your shoulders, giving your arms and your upper body a little bit of a break here. We're gonna take a break and do some abdominals. So just kind of bending. Oh goodness, we have to give our shoulders a break. Move the band aside. Come onto your back. Laying down all the way down. Keep the band close by to you though. And we're gonna lie down on our back. Pull one knee in, then the other knee in. Open your shoulders to the ceiling, palms up to the ceiling. Lift the legs up. We're gonna tailbone tuck. Here we go, tailbone tuck, lower down. Exhale, inhale, open shoulders, lift. And a lift, oh my goodness. And a lift. Golly gee, this is hard. Exhale up, inhale down, lift. So your core was working, right? So it's already tired. Lift. Are you thinking about pulling that belly button up underneath your rib cage? Pull up as you lower down, as you lift up. Pull up, lift. So think about the belly button doing the same thing that the hip bones are doing. They're going up, pull up, and down. Try not to bring it into your chest and your shoulders for 4 more. And a 3, good job. 2, and a 1, and then bend your knees in. Take your hands, go behind your head. Roll your head and chest up, lift it up. Pull that belly button down and in your rib cage, lift up. Upper body, lift. Legs are steady. Your chest is coming up. Up, pull that belly button up underneath those ribs. Hard to breathe, keep trying. Lift, lift. I will give you a break. Keep going, lift, and up, and up, and up. For 4 more, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Bend your knees in, give your hips a little bit of a stretch here. Keep your chest up though. Don't lower that head, lift it up. Come up a little bit higher now, almost knees to nose. Bring your legs back into tabletop, but don't lower your upper body. Reaching your arms by your hips, lift it up here for 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, and a 5, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2, a little higher. Lift 10, 9, 8, 7, belly button up to that rib cage. 4, 3, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1, whatever, lift them up. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, I won't stop. 8, 9, and 10, and then bend and come on in. Nice work. Ooh, rock yourself back and forth. Open that chest and the shoulders. Again, circling those wrists around because we're about ready to do the other side of the legs. Rock yourself up to sitting. Grab your band again and put the other foot in it. Here we go, other side. Internal, external rotation in those 2 positions, very, very challenging. You have to have really good awareness of what your spine is doing, okay? And that's what I'm all about. Make sure you are aware of what your spine is doing. Opposite foot is right in the middle of that band. Make sure you're even. Got to be even from right to left, right? So grabbing that band, make sure they're even. Flex that ankle, swing that foot around. Whoa. Heels of the hands right on that band. Pulling that core in, flexing that foot in that band. Push that leg back. Straighten that knee so it doesn't go very high. Pull that core in, lift it up. It is parallel. Lift, push through the heel. Still really try to flex your foot. So that's another piece that you can really intensify this with, is a really strong flexed ankle. Lift, pull the belly in. Think of pulling that belly up underneath the rib cage. Oh boy, that's hard. Lift, lift. Can't do it for too long, can you? No, I can't either. Lift and lift, but I'm trying. I keep trying. Keep reminding yourself, belly button up. Lift and lift and lift. Oh my goodness. Keep squeezing up. Soften your elbows. Lengthen your neck. Don't drop your chin forward. Lengthen the head up and up. Squeeze those hamstrings and the glutes. Pushing through that heel. Parallel that leg as much as you can. This is my wonky hip, so this is as much as I can parallel. Lift and lift and lift. Oh my goodness, lift for a 4 and a 3 and a 2. Turn out now, don't move, just rotate that leg out, lift it up. Lift and lift, pulling that core in. Square your shoulders, square your hips. Don't let your hips rotate. The knee that is bent, think about lifting that hip up off that thigh. So in my case, it's my right knee that is bent, and I'm gonna think of lifting myself up off that right hip. Lift and lift. Keep going, externally rotated, turning out, lift and lift, flexing that foot, flexing the ankle, lift, uphold, and a 4 hold, 3 hold, 2 and a 1, stay here, turn it in now, squeeze it in, lift it up, squeeze, feel that inner thigh, outer hip 2, lift, puff up between those shoulder blades, but soften those elbows, so it's coming from your torso, it's not straightening your elbows, it's coming from your torso, lift, squeeze that outer hip, flexing that ankle, oh this is hard, lift and lift, you got it, keep going, I think I went too parallel, oops, lift, pull that core in, we'll do 2 sets here, lift and lift, last 5 and a 4, ribs, 3, pulled in, 2, parallel, lift it straight up, push through the heel, lift and lift, ouch, that whole hip should be on fire, hamstrings on fire, lift up, 2, 3, and 4, and a 5, and a 6, you deserve a little bit of a break, bend your knee, pull in, kick back, ouch, pull in, stretch, tuck your tail, pull those ribs in, stretch it back, pull in, stretch it back, push through that heel, push, push, and bend, last 3, push back, and a 2, push back, and a 1, hold it here, come out to the diagonal, and now twist it out, laterally rotate, here we go, lift it up, lift, abs in tight, square your hips, lift, that's your core, oh, that's your belly button, lift it up, leg is out in the diagonal, it's about a 7 o'clock position if you have a clock, if you can think of a clock, lift, and lift, and lift, oh, keep going, lift, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, parallel knee faces down, lift it up, lift, you're still to the side though, diagonal lift, core is in, 3, 2, turn in now, lift it up, oh my gosh, squeeze that hip, lift, straighten your spine, abs in tight, feel that core working to keep your spine straight, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1, come parallel for 8, and 7, and 6, you got a 5, 4, don't give up, 3, and a 2, and a 1, and come down, oh my leg was shaking like crazy, sit yourself back, again, stretch out your wrists, ow, and your shoulders and everything, ooch, 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 sitting back, nice work, good job, take the band, place it aside, but again, don't let it go too far, place it aside, come to your knees, I'm gonna face this way so you can see me sideways, because position's important, position, you can change an exercise by just changing one little thing in your body, depending on what position your body is in, and it will feel completely differently. Wind your feet, wind your knees, wind your knees. So wind your knees to about hip width. So you're going pretty far. So right to the sides of your hips. Sit back to your heels if you can. If that's too much, you don't have to do this part. Okay, relaxing your shoulders. Pull your belly in again. Lift that belly up underneath that rib cage. Reach your arms forward to counterbalance yourself. Lift your tailbone up off those heels so you're really bending through that back. Pull that belly in. Here we go. Lift it up. Pulse up. Pulse up. And think of squeezing your glutes every time. Squeeze the glutes. Push up. Lift. Lift. Squeeze those glutes. Working those quadriceps. Lift. 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 I hate this exercise. Lift. It is so hard. Pulling that belly in. Lift. Pull in for 4, for 3, for 2, reach your arms higher, lift, 8, 7, 6, don't stop, 4, 3, 2, 8 more, 4, 1, here's 2, and 3, and a 4, and a 5, stay with me, 6, 7, take a small break, come down, ouch, whoo, shake out those thighs, come up to your knees now, reaching your arms forward, you're on those knees. I want you to think of tucking your tailbone forward. So you're pushing into your low back, into your waistband. Reach your arms forward, hinge back, lean back, stretch, and then pull forward. Notice I can't go far back. If you can go further back, go for it. I'm going as far as I can do it. That's as far as I can do it. Reaching back. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull forward. Keeping your spine really straight like you're on an ironing board. Lean back, pull forward. Lean back, stretch. And pull forward, stretching and strengthening. Reach back, 2 more. Pull it up, 1 more. And up, back, and then up, nice work. Carefully walk yourself back. Let's take one leg and put it in front. Lean forward, stretching through that hip flexor, making sure this foot is right underneath this knee or a little bit in front of it. Whew, don't lose your balance here. Holding it here with your opposite hand, bend that back knee and reach back and grab your foot. Oops, or your pant leg or your sock or whatever you can grab. Pulling that foot into your seat, stretching through that quadricep. Ow, good stretch. If it hurts, it means it's a good stretch, right? You know you've really worked your muscle when it actually hurts to stretch. And then let it go. Sit yourself back. Let's stretch out the hamstring in that front leg. Pressing back. Chest is lengthening down over your foot. So don't collapse here in the back. I want you to think of going for a straight back here. Lifting your chest up. Nice work. Swing the leg around. And then switching feet, coming forward. Again, watch where you place that foot. Make sure it's right over this knee or a little bit forward. I think mine's a little more forward. So whatever you can do, just don't have it behind that knee. Leaning forward here, stretching into this back hip flexor. Gotta hold it here for a second, kind of let your body adjust, okay? For this pretty intense stretch. Hip flexor, hamstring in this leg, quadricep, and hip flexor in this back leg too. Watching your kneecap, make sure it's comfortable. We're actually off our kneecaps. You shouldn't be on them, you should be off them. Okay, here we go. Bend that back knee, ow. Grab behind, ooh, what can I grab? My foot, I got my foot. Lean forward, ow, ooh, but this leg is so much tighter. So one leg is always different than the other leg, right? Leaning forward, you're off your back kneecap. And I could just scream right now, but I'm on camera, so I'm not gonna scream. Leaning forward, I could have some choice words. Yes, I could. Pull that heel into your seat a little bit tighter. Ouch, 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 oh, and then slowly let it go, ow. And now sit back and stretch into that front hamstring, pushing your chest down. Again, lengthening your head to your foot, not bending, don't round. Keep it lengthened. Keep the spine as straight as you can. I can't tell if my spine's very straight. I don't think it is, but I'm trying to. It's an attempt. I'm attempting to keep my spine straight. Today I'm getting a really good stretch in this hamstring, back of the knee, calf. Oh, and then come on up, swing that leg around. Let's come out to a plank position. Hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, but right in line with your shoulders for some push-ups. Tucking your toes, lifting up. Again, long head, long neck. Abs in tight. Go a little too far forward. Adjust yourself. Make sure you're in a great position. Here we go. Let's do 8 push-ups. Slow down 1. Push up. Down for 2. Press up. And 3. Don't move that neck. And 4. Push up. From the heels of your hands, 5. Press. And 6. Press. And 7. 1 more. 8. Hold it here. Walk your hands a little bit closer in now towards one another. Come to your knees. Lift up your feet. Pull your hands backwards. I'm going to go backwards a little bit underneath me more. Military push-ups. I'm on my knees. If you can do these on your toes, go for it. Your elbows are going to go back to your waist. Push up for 8. Back to your waist. Push up. 2. Back to your waist. 3. Bend. And a 4. Wow. Bend. And a 5. I'm almost done. 6. Push up. And 7. Press up. And 8. Push up. Oh, I'm glad I only said 8. Sit back. Stretch your arms. Woo, those are tough for me because of my shoulders. That's really hard. But so good to try to do it, okay? Woo, when something is tough, when it's hard, and you don't like it, that means you do it, right? You don't shy away from it, you do it. Okay, come onto your back. Having a lay down. Take your band, place them over your hips. Widen the band goes right over your hips, right there. Grab your band, remove my ponytail. Grab your band on sides of your hips, pull your heels in a little bit closer to your seat, flex your feet, and your knees are maybe just about 3 inches apart from one another, so you're not wide like this. You're a little bit closer in. Grab that band, push those hips up. You're flexing those ankles, push into those heels. Now what I want you to do is widen your collarbones. So think widen through the chest, widen through the shoulders. Push those heels into the floor and push yourself away from your heels. Lift up, lift. Squeeze in the glutes and the hamstrings. Opening up the front of the hips. Lift, Press up, squeeze those hips. Lift up, keep those hands on the floor, pulling against that band. Hollow out your belly button to your rib cage. Lift it up, lift, lift. Keep going, lift 8. Wide shoulders, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Now, pull your heels into your seat. Pull them in tighter, tighter, tighter. Here we go, lift 8, 7, 6, 5, heels in tight, 4, 3, 2, and 8 more. 1, heels in tighter, 2, and 3, and a 4, and a 5. Excellent work. 7 and 8, and relax down. Nice job. Pull your knees into your chest, stretch out your glutes. That should have been a lot of glute work. That was good. Woo, woo, woo. Nice. Stretch your legs out. Take the band, put it aside. Take your hands, place them behind your head. Lift your head and chest up. Oh, push into that rib cage. Can you pull your belly button up underneath your rib cage again? Here we go. Both lifted up. And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7. Bend your knees in 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift up higher. Pull the belly in tighter. 3, and a 2, and a 1. Hold it here. Twist. Opposite elbow to the knee. And a rotate, and a rotate, and a rotate. Pull in. Keep the shoulder blades off. 4, 8, 7. Twist 6. Wide elbows. 4, 3, 2, 8 more. 4, 8, and 7, and a 6, and a 5, and a 4. Good job. 3, and a 2, and a 1. And come on up. Rock yourself up to sitting. Take a deep breath here. Reach your arms up. Stretch your legs forward and bend over and just stretch here. Breathing. And then rolling up. Nice work. Bend your knees. Roll yourself back down. Stretching into that spine. Take your band. Put it over your shins. I love this exercise. Right over those shins. Pull your hands, I don't know, somewhere almost down to the floor. Don't kill yourself. Open your shoulders. You can make it lighter. Push those hands and open those shoulders and push the triceps on the floor. Now lift the feet up. Pull the core in, pull your knees in, back, pull against that band, in. Again, the belly button lifting up underneath the rib cage. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And exhale, hands on the floor. Exhale, 8 and 7. Belly is in. Open shoulders. 4, 3. Keep going. 2. I think I'm right. 1. Hold it here. Hold it in nice and tight. Stay here. Little pulses fast. Up and up. Stay and lift it up. Pull the belly in and the lift. Working those arms. Working those shoulder blades. 4, 8, 7, 6. Upper body. 2, 4, 3, 2, and a 1, and come down. Nice work. Take the band, place it aside. Again, rock yourself up to sitting. Grab it underneath your knees, and then plant the feet. Keep your hands underneath your knees. Roll your spine back. Push into that core. Push into that belly button. Let go. Pull that belly button up underneath your rib cage. Lift up, back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Lift and a lift. Again, belly button in and up. In and up. Lift. You got to play around with this idea, right? Lift up. Whew. Lift up. I just started talking about it yesterday, so it's really new for me too. Lift. And 4. And a 3. Keep going. And a 2. And a 1. Hold here. Stay. Pull your knees in 1 at a time. Don't move. Hold it. Push into your waistband. Open your collarbones. Breathe. Belly is in. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Hold it. Pull that belly in. So you're using your arms. Whoa, I'm really losing it today. Using your arms to hold it up. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Push into that core. Let go if you can. Oh my gosh. Hold. Oh, my thighs are shaking. My calves are shaking. Lift. Pulling the belly in. Up for 8 and 7 and 6. Don't move. And a 4 and a 3. You got it. 2. Stay here for 8. 1. I lied. 2 and 3. Pull in. 4 and a 5 and a 6. Okay. Come down. Oh, goodness. Woo-hoo. Cross your legs. Open your collarbones. Hands on the floor, sideways. Side bend over to one direction. Watch your rib cage that doesn't jut forward. Keep those ribs underneath you. Totally side bending here. Come on up. Over to the other side. Watch those rib cage. Pulling them in. Those bottom ribs, they don't jut forward. And then lifting up. Reach your arms out to the side. We're gonna twist. Rotate to one direction. Don't lean, just twist. I want you to lean actually towards the direction that you're rotating. Then come center. Other direction, lean towards that direction. Pull in that core. Can you go a little further? And then come up, side bend again. Pull over, keep those ribs in. Side bending here. And then come back up. Side bending the other way. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Don't hug that shoulder up to that ear. It is just a true side bend from your torso. Lifting up, same thing with the rotation. Dropping those shoulders down, twist and hold. Lean towards this direction that you're rotating. Twist a little bit more and then come center. Watch the rib cage that doesn't push forward. Rotating, lean to that direction a little bit more. Hold it, pull those ribs in a little bit tighter. Reach the crown of the head up a little bit higher and then come center. Have your hands in front, move your feet backwards, sit back into a little child's pose. So sit back, push those hips backwards, reaching the hands forward, relaxing the shoulders. Yeah, your shoulders can elevate here. Sure, bring the shoulders up to those ears. That feels kind of good. Just stretching through that spine. Tuck your toes, grab your hands on the floor, and then straighten up. Oh, goodness. Walk your hands back, drop your head, lengthen your spine here. Slowly bend your knees, drop your shoulders right now as you're coming up. Pull them down that back. Coming all the way up to standing. Lift the arms up, finishing the way we started. Lifting up, oh, I'm tired. Grab your arms behind your back, open up your chest and your shoulders. Breathing, oh, we don't have the band. We did just do the band in the beginning, that was really wonderful. Grab for it, if you want to stretch with your band, feel free. We're just releasing our muscles, lifting up. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, hold it here. Lift up off your heels, balance. Lower down. Lift up off your heels, balance. Whoa, lower down, fight with your toes. Lift up and balance, whoa, fight. Lower down. Nice and slow, lift up and balance. Hold, 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 hold. Lower, one more. And up and balance, woo-ha. And then lower down. Take an inhale, lift up higher. And then exhale, push down. One more, inhale, lift up higher. And then exhale and push down. Whew, good job. Great band work. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again. Have a great day.